on, everybody? It's your boy, Sechuayo, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show. Cousin Tracy.
What's up?
We are back at it. Episode 43.
Yep.
Episode 43, cranking these things out, you know what I'm saying? We got a special guest in the cage with us today, you know what I'm saying? My man, you know what I'm saying, with my co-workers, you know what I'm saying? Actually coached with him on his staff when he took over the Camden High job, former Camden High coach, now currently the new Camden Catholic coach, football coach, my man DWAYNE Savage in the building. What's up, what's up? Say what's up to the people real quick.
I'm not going to say that 43. Wow, I just got invited on the 43rd. I heard you say how long I'm doing. I'm a little upset now.
Listen.
We in the 20s or the 10s.
We try to get people on here when their seasons are like when the seasons are not, you know what I mean?
Okay,
football. It was a long season.
Good one.
You know?
Good one. Yes, indeed. So today, you know what I'm saying, we're just going to talk to Savage about a couple things, you know what I'm saying, let him, you know, tell his story a little bit, you know, for those that don't know him, you know what I'm saying, and talk about what he has going on now and you know, a couple things that you know, took place over his coaching career. You know, we like to bring, you know, coaches on, student athletes, community leaders, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, so we can share our little humble opinions and our little bit of knowledge
so people can give their version.
Right, exactly.
That's the key for this platform, so people can give their version.
Exactly, wow. exactly. So before we get all the heavy hitting stuff, you know what I'm saying, for those that don't know you, Coach, you know what I'm saying, would you just tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been an educator in South Jersey for 27 years. I've coached various sports and also coached at various places. I coached at Woodrow Wilson. I coached at Pennsauken. I coached at Rancocas Valley. I was the head coach at Camden High for the last 10 years, and now I'm on to a new journey at Camden Catholic. Also, my coaching career started in North at Westside High School, and then I came back home down to South Jersey. Got hired in Pennsauken. Started coaching football at Pennsauken.
That's what's up. Now, what you just said, you coach, you kind of like me, you know what I'm saying? we do this coaching thing, I would like to say. What made you get into coaching? Like, why did you want to get into coaching? Something you always wanted to do or just kind of happened?
Well, you know, I didn't make it to the professional level as a football player. So, you know, I like to compete. So the best way to compete as you get older and, you know, you can't, you know, do the things that you used to be able to do. You get to put your talent out there and compete through your talent, and that's kind of how I feel about it. You know, with my product on the field, I try to run that competition through them.
Gotcha. That's what's up. Now you said you was at Camden High for the last 10 years. I had the pleasure of being there. I think that was your first year, right? It was my first year coaching basketball.
Yeah,
and you rolled into the first year.
Yep.
Your first year being on that staff. You know what I'm saying? So I know a little bit, you know what I'm saying, about what it is to coach there and whatnot. But from your perspective, and since you was there longer, you know what I'm saying, my stint only lasted. for certain reasons, my stint only lasted a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But how was it coaching at the High? You know what I'm saying? Our alma mater, we must add.
Well, the fact that that's my alma mater right now and is currently under review.
Oh, that's how you taking your status, might be taking it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little on the fence with that, but you know.
I'll feel you. But yeah, how was that?
Well, I'm saying, you know, coaching at Camden High or the High, it's a culture. It's a whole different culture. You know, once you start putting that purple and gold on, people come from all around. You walk in the airports or you walking anywhere, they see you with that Camden High gear, they know somebody from Camden or from Camden High, and they, you know, want to sit down and try to talk to you, you know, about various different people that they know in all over the world, you know, all over the world.
Right. Yeah.
The alumni is all over the world, everywhere. You know, the one thing about coaching at Camden is how much the love they have for the purple and gold. What used to be the castle, but they can't call it the castle.
Right.
But you know, that's they used to say. I love the castle. You know, and everybody always talk about love. You know, Miss Cream and you know, some of the various people that talk to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Moore, you know, Coach Moore. I remember Coach Moore. I know, you know, things like that.
All right.
Definitely.
And, you know, of course, you know, Coach Turner, you never can leave him out there.
Facts.
So it's a culture. It's a culture. You know, a whole different culture. Like right now, Mr. Pettigrew, the older Mr. Pettigrew. He calls me like twice a week about football. You know, always there's always someone calling you about it. Like you said, you know, when I first took over the program, Coach Bird was on there. We had Kevin Ross, who's coaching for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Super Bowl winning Kevin Ross.
Right,
you
Super
know
Bowl
what I'm
winning. We had Preston Brown, who's over at Temple.
Right,
you know, I had Sam Jenkins, who's former head coach at Rancookers Valley. Malik Brown, you know, he did some things, you know. So, you know, the whole point was to try to build a staff and surround everybody. You know, I never wanted to be the smartest person in the room.
Gotcha.
You know, try to learn. Everybody's trying to learn.
Right.
You know, and try to get better.
I am going to put this out there from what I'm understanding, and you can fact check me, but I think during Savage's tenure at Camden High as the head football coach, he has the winningest record as the head football coach in football for the stint of his tenure. I think it was there 10 years.
10 years.
And I'm also going to say this, and I'm not going to wait to the end to say it. Savage did not coach my son, Amadeus Hall, but Savage knew the impact that Amadeus had when he did play on the team. Savage was respectful enough to me and my family after my son passed to never order the number 85 within Camden High's uniforms. And Camden High's uniforms during Savage's tenure changed about 3 to 4 times. The colors did. And Savage respected me and my family and the legacy of my son enough never to order that number, and that number hasn't been worn since. So I said that to Coach Hinton as well, the new coach, and I'm saying it to you. Thank you. I appreciate you for that respect and the respect you've always given to us. Me personally, I loved having you there. I've seen a lot of the young men that you coach go on to get college degrees. And football may have not, a lot of them, some of them are in the NFL, and we're not disputing that. But a lot of them got college degrees. Even the ones that people kind of thought wasn't capable of going to a college, you got them there in some fashion, and now they have degrees. And then, you know, my hat goes off to you as a community person who does rep the purple and gold, who takes pride in the Castle on the Hill, who's always been a supportive alumni. You know, we just thank you for the time you gave us.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate that. You know.
Definitely. Because like we said, you know, I was there that first year, and just seeing how the culture changed throughout your tenure, and how Cousin just said, kids going to school, getting scholarships, you know what I'm saying, going to school, graduating, things of that nature. How did you get it to that point? Like, how did you make the program, the culture of the program, be able to change the way you did? Was it like, do you know, like, is it, like, is it, or just
to be honest,
kind of happened?
I guess what people say is by love.
Right.
Gotcha.
I mean, you love the program, you
Right.
love the kids, you know, love what you're doing, and you just show them love and you know, try to make them like your family, like you know, little cuz, little nephew, whatever. Like I used to call the kings young kings, try to uplift them, you know, not to be you know, berate them,
Right.
and you know they get all that at home sometimes, or they get it at other places.
Right.
I'm not gonna say at home. I'm gonna say they get it. You know, when they go to stores and stuff like that, people walking by them, you know, thinking they're stealing and stuff like that. You know, it's a whole different culture. So, you know, and I've been through that. You know, you go to Macy's and people
they
follow you
around.
Like, I can't afford
Before y'all chop my head off, let's be clear. The athletes, the football players prior to Savage were going to college. But my point in saying what I said was a lot of us were going, but a lot of us had to take alternative routes once because college didn't pan out for a lot of us. So, but I seen during his tenure, a lot of the young men ended up completing and getting college degrees. So don't, by no means, and I'm not saying other coaches didn't get kids to college because they did, but the key is his kids, his guys was going and staying and doing what the purpose of athletics is to get that education and get that degree. So before y'all chop my head off, because I know that was what was coming, you know what I mean? I needed to put that out there.
Perfect example, about 2-3 episodes ago, we had Marley on.
Yeah, 2 episodes ago.
One of his former players.
Yeah.
He got 2 scholarships. You know what I'm saying? UNLV, and then was it Central?
Yeah,
where he did
Central
that.
State,
Yeah, so.
And you know, he even shouted out Savage, said Savage saw something in him, and because he thought basketball was his thing.
Yep.
And Savage put him on the field.
And then that happened.
So even when Marley was, you know, planning on transferring for UNLV, you know, he's one of the people I reached out and tried to help him try to get him, find another spot for him.
Right.
That's the kind of the relationships that you start getting when you get it. And the only thing I'm gonna have to say though, put this out there right now, Brad Hawkins, Bird brought him to Camden first. For all you know what I'm talking about. For some of y'all, he was the basketball coach. He got him first.
That's good. He got me. hey, the BYRDCAGE Show. You get information firsthand. You know what I'm saying? And I cannot tell a lie. My mama raised me better. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And also to your point, when I was on your staff, I mean, he's running around picking up kids, him, Ross. You know what I'm saying? Bringing food, doing this, going above and beyond. And that's what I like to tell people. Like, people think we just roll some footballs or basketballs out and then go play the game. It's so much more, especially in high school, you know what I'm saying, and the communities that we service. It's so much more that we do as coaches that people don't say. You know what I'm saying? Outside of whatever sport it is, football, basketball, baseball, is outside of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
And I know you know because you do it. You was there doing it. You know what I'm saying? You was helping us out.
I know.
But, I just want people to know that we do a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take this minute to pat our coaches on our backs. Yeah. we go above and beyond. Well, good coaches that really care, like you said, and love what they're doing, we go above and beyond.
Do you think you were at a disadvantage because you didn't actually work inside the school? Like, think
about this. If I didn't work inside the school, I'll be looking for a teaching job.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's what I meant. I think
Bird, you didn't work inside the school,
right? I'll be looking for a teaching kid too. Yeah.
So not to be funny, I chose not to.
I get it.
For stability.
I get it. I get that part. But my question was.
But hold on. I'm gonna do another one though. So the other thing was we had 5 years of not having a school. So where am I work at then, right? Right? You had 1 year of not having a football field. So I'm just saying, it's a lot of stuff that the last 10 years, we just keeping stuff together. No locker rooms.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Speaking about the locker room. Speaking about the locker room.
See, people don't know all of this. You know what I'm saying?
They don't. Okay.
It ain't easy. What we do.
Speaking about what Savage had to endure.
A year without a trainer. Athletic trainer.
Right. Let's discuss what Savage had to go through as a head coach, and I'm going to discuss it because I'm not a coach nowhere, so I'm just a community person. They've been in trailers for 5 years.
About that now.
5 years of your 10-year stint, right? But prior to the trailers, they had a locker room or a field house that was unacceptable and nobody shouldn't have been using it 10 years before he got the job. So now you got a coach. And then we walked past those trailers yesterday when I was up there with baseball, and they had the kids sitting on steel folded chairs as a coach is trying to tell them at halftime or before the game how to prep. Yeah, that's probably uncomfortable. And they're not kept. So my thing is, regardless of what y'all want to think he did or didn't do on the court on the field, because he had all this talent and he never got a championship. Our city has a problem with looking at things the wrong way. We want a ring or a championship, but we don't want the real success. See, in our community, success to us is a championship, is a state title. But to me, success is those guys going to college through all the adversity that they endured, through the community adversity, through the adversity of not having a real high school, not having a football field, having to get dressed in the trailer, not having showers, the bathrooms were spotter pots. Through all of that, they went to different programs and got college degrees. So to me, that's success. And nobody looks at it that way. They want to look at, Savage was there and he never got a state title. He always got there and never got a chip. Because our community, and I'm going to say it right here, y'all always worried about the wrong shit. And that's the problem. We don't worry about the real success. And the success is getting our young men to understand that athletics is a tool towards getting you to become a successful young man. on and off the field. Because like I told the young men that I talked to yesterday, at some point, the field is going to close up on you and the ball is going to stop. What happens to you now? So the man was successful in my eyes.
Hey, I agree.
And Savage will tell you, I used to dig in his butt, like, what the hell? Get the back, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like when I look at those Kurt Huffs, what he went through, what he endured off the field, but Savage was still able to maintain him, keep his head on the field. You know what I'm saying? The Jamal Holloways, you know what I mean? The moments that he had with Caesars, the twins. He endured a lot as a coach, but he still was able to keep some of these kids straight. Yep. And now they're good young men, so that's a success to me, and it was a win-win.
Definitely.
So real quick, the thing that always gets me is when people say that I didn't want to win a championship. Right. Who doesn't want to win a championship? Yeah. No matter what school you're at, you want to win a championship. That's like the ultimate thing.
Exactly.
But you know, speaking with the Kurt Huff, you know, with his situation, I'm not going to elaborate what it was, but when he had his downfall, or his not downfall, I shouldn't say that. When he had his adversity, you know, the first person they called, they had called me, and I had to call down to his college to get him put into go to the coach's house, you know, to break the news of what you know what the situation was. So that's like stuff that you know people really don't realize as a coach. You know when you're close to your players, you know things like that.
It's more than just on the field or on the court. It's more than that. You know
and I remember when the Pleasantville situation happened, because everybody brings up the Pleasantville situation. The district, for whatever reason, decided to address the entire school. So when they were addressing the entire school, they called people up to speak to these students. And the football team felt like these folks wasn't there.
Right.
What are y'all dressing all these kids for when they wasn't there?
Right.
So Savage, out of respect for me and my organization, Savage said, Tracy, I'm going to put them out of school. Can you come down to the trailers to talk to them? Because they're not addressing the football players. They're addressing the school. And the school didn't get affected. The football team did. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, and that's who he was. Like, I want to address my kids by themselves. This wasn't a school event. Right. And then the boys was like, they brought in an emotional dog. We ain't going to never see this dog again. What the dog here for? So Savage kind of knew the effect that it had on his boys, but he wanted to deal with it in a different way, because the way that the district chose to deal with it at that moment, it was ineffective because it didn't affect who needed to be affected. You know what I mean? So.
Definitely. Now we had
I forgot all about that situation. I'm about to shoot it.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Now I know you mentioned, you know what I'm saying? You know, when Marley was done with graduating from UNLV, and you know what I mean, he still had that year and whatever, you helped him, you know what I mean, tried to help you get a different situation. You know, when I have my coaches on here, and you know, of course, me being a coach myself, what is our role, in your opinion, when it comes to that whole recruiting process? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? It varies for each kid.
Right.
To be
that's
honest.
That's a good point.
So in the past, for some kids, you know, I had to take. You know, I ran a minivan and take a whole crew to go to a college.
Right.
Because, you know, some of them didn't have that resources. And then you have some kids, family has the resource, or the family likes the recruiting process. Okay. So they like to go to those schools, even though it may not be a real offer.
Right.
But, you know, they like that whole recruiting process.
Right. Gotcha.
So everybody's different, but, you know, what's kind of funny. So one of the questions when you're in the inner city is, what does his mom do? Mm-hmm. What his dad does? They live together. Are they in the same house? Mm-hmm. How many brothers and sisters? You know what I mean? Like questions like that. Right. Is he a good kid? Is he a good character? Right. But now, when I'm getting them calls at Camden Catholic, I don't get those questions, which is kind of crazy. Right. But that's
That's what it is.
That's really the nature. Like so, you know. It's also a disadvantage, you know. I shouldn't say a disadvantage, but you know how people think about
Inner city
inner
kids,
city
yeah.
compared to other things, you know. So it is different questions being asked on the recruiting trail, and like I try to tell the kids, when it's your time, you got to be ready. And what I mean by be ready is when I hand them your transcript,
Right.
oh, that's good enough to get
Right.
there.
Right.
Or, you know, when we talking about, like we talked about one kid who happened to run a 40, and that killed his recruiting process.
Right.
So are you ready?
Are you ready?
When
Yeah.
it's your time? You know, to go somewhere to run or whatever they ask you to do. Are you ready?
But the key is, and we say it here often on the Birdcage, is stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Perfect your craft so when you called up, you ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the key. You got to stay ready so, you know what I mean, you ain't got to get ready. Because you never know what they're going to ask of you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You know, and you're absolutely right with those questions, because I remember someone asking me about a kid who's doing really well now in college. If I bring him on campus, am I going to have a problem with him, like, stealing and no what? Oh, steal? Why would you ask me that? Is he gonna get caught up with the wrong crowd? What is the wrong crowd in college? Because if you're in college, you shouldn't be the wrong crowd. The wrong crowd is out here on the corner. Like, it was just weird. Like, you're right. The questions are just weird.
Yeah, it's definitely different questions.
Definitely.
Well, I'm saying I shouldn't say with all coaches. I guess the coaches that, you know,
that you
that are real.
That you haven't. Right.
that are real. They know what the situation is. They answer those questions. But some of them, that's the question that you're getting.
So now you moving on, and you just made mention of Camden Catholic.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. How did it, you know, after the Camden High, you was like, yeah, I'm not done coaching. I'm going to find something else? Or, like, did you actively look for that situation, or did somebody reach out to you like, yo, well, you know, since you're not coaching at the High no more,
How do I want to talk about this?
right.
Well, I looked on the schedule, said who's playing Camden, and whose job is open. Basically, I was done.
Well, we made mention 2 episodes ago that systematically things in the city of Camden are usually not properly done. Are flawed. And systematically, the way the you no longer being at Camden High, systematically, I don't believe was done properly. But I'm glad you were able to see the forest for the trees, and you was able to land on your feet before the system failed you. Because the system is not right.
Well, I'm just saying, so I guess the basic rule is, and it's union-wise, if it's a teacher in the building
that wants the job,
then if they want the job, then theoretically they can get the job unless you put in there that nobody's as qualified as the person. So you know, kind of saw what the writing was going to be.
Right. And that actually isn't it. Remember, rest his soul, Mr. Manful worked over at the African kid over there at Booker T when I was at Booker T and whatnot. He actually filed a grievance when he was, after he left the Pensauken district, went up to Trenton, and he applied for like one of the assistant football jobs, and he didn't get it, and they gave it to somebody outside the building. He actually filed a grievance, and they had to give him a job. So that's a
Either they have
real
to give
thing.
him the job or they have to give him the money.
Right. Either one, right.
And
So that's a
I
real
think
thing
that was brought up to a female who's a teacher through the Camden School District, and she keeps getting overlooked for a job, but she doesn't want to make waves. You got some people that just don't want to make waves.
Well, because if you're actually a teacher and you do that, it could backfire on you because then, you know.
And plus, I wouldn't want to, like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? All right, if you don't want me on your staff, then like, I'm not going to, like, force you to put me on the staff, because that's awkward, too. Like,
think about if you gave somebody you had to give somebody $11,000.
Right.
You're going to be mad. You be like, okay, I gotta give them $11,000.
But see,
I'm getting that $11,000.
But you know,
that's true, too.
I think there's a reason why I ain't a teacher and I ain't got no paperwork. Because those are the type of feathers I like ruffling. I'm going to file all kind of grievances and affirmative action. I'm doing all that. All of it. Because somebody going to learn how to follow some rules. Because like I say all the time, rules is in place for a reason. Now, they're not always fair, but they're in there for a reason. So either the rules are going to apply to everybody or they're not going to apply to nobody.
I hear that. So now back with have you talked to the? Well, obviously, you probably talked to the kids and the parents and all that already.
Yeah,
or
this recently, I guess we do a little bit different. You know, we went out to Mangiano's.
Oh.
So it's a little different already. A little different. Had Mangiano's, had a little meet and greet at Mangiano's. You know.
Oh wow.
So it's a little
different.
Oh. Well,
little different.
You know what I mean? I gotta go to
you don't gotta get me to make the macaroni and cheese. You know what I mean? I'm good with that.
Or I gotta beg somebody, or I'm cooking.
We put some stuff on the grill.
You know what I mean? Well, we can't even grill no more. They told me I couldn't even do that no more. I couldn't even feed the kids with a grill. So you know. So yeah, we went to Mangiano's, bro. You know, nice little.
Okay. So what are your goals at Catholic? Like, where do you see yourself? What do you see going on there?
Well, you know, right now, I gotta get my foot in the door because you know, a lot of kids don't know. I guess they know my reputation, but don't know me as a person. Right. So you know, trying to keep everybody there. You know, I still got kids that want to transfer. You know, just because of the previous thing that went on with with the last staff or what the culture or whatever is in staff for the school. Right. So it's kind of a couple things that I gotta try to figure out. But that's all through workouts and them getting to know me. Right.
And trust. You got to build the trust because you know, for those that don't know, I'm gonna say it. Apparently, with some racial things going on over there at Camden Catholic, so a lot of parents pulled their kids out or attempting to pull their kids out. But hopefully and clearly that I went to Camden Catholic. This is not a culture that's new at Camden Catholic. I went to Catholic in the 80s. This is not something that's new. But people know that when they sign their kids up for that program, for that school. So hopefully it'll iron itself out. It's now 2022. We should not have to be dealing with this kind of stuff. So hopefully with them having Savage there as a coach for football, it'll start to slowly iron itself out. But we all know those from South Jersey that's ever had any dealings with any sports when it pertains to Camden Catholic, that's always been something that's been said, been known, and been underlying culture. And like I said, as somebody that started her basketball career at Camden Catholic, I ain't gonna lie. It was one black girl on varsity, one black girl on JV, and one black girl on freshman. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what it was. You know what I mean? And each squad had 10 girls. So out of 30 girls, you had 3, and that percentage ain't high. So that's how it's always been. But, you know, hopefully times are changing, and it'll iron itself out, especially with Savage going in there. We're looking forward to seeing what you got.
And I'll see him up close and personal.
Oh, yeah, Pensalkin, yeah.
Well, you know that was other.
Yeah, that was the other.
Since you mentioned that,
then I was on the check mark. That's what's up. Now, you know, we always ask our guests that slide through the cage, you know what I'm saying? Future-wise, have you, like, any real plans or just see what happens after this, or you want to coach on the next level? You know what I'm saying? What you thinking?
Well, you know, eventually,
right.
I would like to try to see what I can do at the college level.
Okay.
But, you know, every 2 years you're looking for a new job, so I'm just trying to get to the point where I can get my pension all.
Right.
You had to be about the third person on here that's an educator that said, I'm just trying to wait for my pension.
I'm close to that. I'm close to fulfilling those goals.
And right on the same boat.
And I'm just being real, you know.
In the same boat.
Every 2 years you're looking for a new gig. So some people, you know, you're looking at some people every year they're jumping around.
Right.
So the stability of it is not what it used to be.
Right, definitely.
Because of the money that these guys are making now.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
So you know, if you think about, like, especially like on the college team, like
they've been jumping.
You know.
Yeah, folk been jumping.
People, you know what I'm saying? Somebody offer more money, or
they out.
You're not winning fast enough for us. You gotta let you go, or it's different. Yeah,
but college is a business.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
So it's a business. It's not like high school where you're actually there to develop and train and teach and give knowledge. Right. College is a straight business. It is what it is.
And like I've said before on the show, you people out there think coaches high school coaches in this area anyway, make all this dough.
They don't make no money.
Nah, that stipend ain't nothing. For all the work and time that we put in and dedicate.
And the lack of time with your family, because I said this before, my
You
cousin
know what I'm saying?
has never been able to attend any of my
Right.
trips because he's always coaching something.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's baseball season.
Who you coach baseball for?
Piss
I'm back at
talking.
Pissahicken.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
back. He brought me back.
Okay.
Ro needed some help, you know what I'm saying? And he asked me, and because, when I was first got to Pissahicken, I was JV coach there. Ro, he wasn't playing JV, of course, but, I had a chance to coach Ro. So he called in the old, come on, coach, help me out. So yeah.
Just terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Any shout outs, anything? Any last words before we get out of here?
I got to shout out my wife, Brielle.
Okay.
And my daughter, Savannah. And the next one coming.
Nice.
And my oldest one, Madison.
Nice.
Because, like you said, if they didn't let me be out the house.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do
Good
that. I
point.
wouldn't be able to do none of this.
That's definitely a good point.
So, but, like I said, I wish everybody good luck. Camden, I wish you all the luck because, like I said, you wear that purple and gold is always embedded in there somewhere. So there's always love. Been in the city of Camden for a long time, coaching at coaching at Woodrow Wilson there. So there's always love. So good luck for the championships run this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I know you was going to say something
I was
about
going to
it. So go ahead and say it.
Before I give my shout outs or say anything that I'm about to say, for those that watch us every week, make sure you like, subscribe, and get the notifications. Do not, under no circumstances, comment on my feet. It's raining. So no, I don't have no hot footwork on today. I got my Gordon Fisherman boots on.
No shoe cam today.
No shoe cam today. This is what I'm working with. It's storming outside. Now, this weekend, well, by the time we air, it would have been done. So hopefully we'll be saying congratulations to some state champs or next week. But Sunday, this is the first time since 1985 that both schools, basketball-wise, are up top at the rack. Camden High, Group 2 champions. Woodrow Wilson, Group 3 champions. Camden High plays North Central at 12 p.m. Woodrow Wilson plays Ramapo at 2. So everybody and anybody that is a city resident that loves sports, go on the website, get your ticket, and crowd the rack. Our kids need it. They are our kids. I say it every week. It doesn't matter whether you went to Wilson, whether you went to Camden High. They are our children. They need our support. So crowd the rack this Sunday, and hopefully we'll bring home 2 championships. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to you, Savage, in your upcoming season. Like to see what you're working with. Always wish you the best. So again, good luck to everyone. Peace and hair grease.
That's what's up. Hey, like Cousin Tracy said, make sure y'all like this thing up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe so you can get the notifications when these shows air and you can see all the episodes of the BYRDCAGE Show. Savage, my man, I just want to thank you for sliding through. Thank you for allowing me to be on your staff. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for, buying some drinks from time to time.
And for me, thank you for always supporting Daylight in any facet that you could and allowing me around the young men that you've had through your 10-year tenure. And like I said, my family and my organization appreciates all you've been to us.
I guess one last time. If you want the high,
you got the high.
Yeah. We'll see what happens tomorrow night.
Let's see what happens.
Let's go get them.
Let's go get them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get them. You know what I mean? Cousin, thank you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing this platform with me. And on that note, once again, I'm Sechuaya, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of BYRDCAGE Show, and we'll talk to you soon.
It was a stone groove, my man.